Just under an hour from now, Vancouver and Edmonton renew their postseason rivalry. The Canucks and the Oilers are going to play with their first series against each other since 1992. And for more on all the excitement around this, Julia Wong is at the watch party that is outside Rogers Place in Edmonton. And Georgie Smythe is near Rogers Arena in Vancouver, where the Canucks are hosting the Oilers tonight. So, Georgie, we're going to start with you. Talk to me. I can see there's a lot more people now behind you than there were last hour when we talk to you. What's the scene like?
Oh, well, yeah, plenty of people descending down on Rogers Arena, and I'm sure you can hear the party starting behind me. Plenty of jerseys turning up, a few Oilers fans, but mostly Canucks fans, and the rivalry between the two cities is palpable, and I couldn't capture it more than the two twins I just spoke to, Emily and Kaylee, two 23-year-old twins. One of them goes for the Oilers, the other one goes for the Canucks. You're sitting next to each other. You're friends?
Twins.
And explain to me what we're looking at here.
Twins going against each other's team.
And why?
I don't know. We just have different likes.
Yeah, so not even the sacred bond between twins stands up against this rivalry between the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. Other fans we spoke to today really underlined just how long they've been waiting to get another shot at the Stanley Cup.
Canucks fan for many years, and I've had this flag here since '94, so it's 30-year anniversary, so might as well bring it back and enjoy the game and see if it can bring some good luck.
I went to a playoff game when I was 4 years old in '94, and so we obviously didn't win that one. And then 2011 was sad too, so trying to make up for it.
So the stakes are obviously very high for the players tonight, but the fans here are feeling it too.
Absolutely. They've been waiting a long time for this, and, you know, a long time for a matchup with the Oilers in the playoffs. So let's talk about the Oilers. Julia, I know you're at the watch party, so the game's not happening there, but there is going to be a gathering of fans. Are they started already? Is it starting to build?
Yeah, so things are slowly starting to ramp up here. Fans are slowly starting to trickle in. I know that it looks a little bit quiet right now, but I mean, give it another hour or so and this plaza behind me will be full of Oilers fans. It will pretty much be a sea of blue and orange jerseys that are pulsating as they watch the game on multiple screens that have been set up here so that they can see what's happening in Vancouver. And you can probably hear behind me, you know, the DJ's already going. They're trying to get that party atmosphere ready for fans. And fans here in the city, well, they're pretty excited. You know, this is the third year in a row that the Oilers have made it to round two. Obviously, they want to go farther than that. They're hoping to go farther than that. And this rivalry between the Oilers and the Canucks, well, fans are pretty invested in that. But they believe that the Oilers this year have what it takes to beat the Canucks. And the city as a whole is taking the playoffs pretty seriously. It seems like hockey fever has really gripped Edmonton. Anywhere you go in the city, you see people wearing jerseys, people wearing Oilers hats. You see Oilers flags on cars. So you pretty much can't escape it. And fans here are quite ready for the puck to drop. Take a listen.
To totally believe they're going to win tonight. Yeah, we've got our flags up in the windows at home, and we have a neighbor who's a Vancouver fan.
Can't wait to see the Oilers kick the Vancouver Canucks butt. Two great teams. Vancouver's had a good season too, so we've got our work cut out for us, and can't wait to see the Oilers win.
I think it's all Oilers to lose, man. It's our game. I mean, the Canucks might have beat us for the entire regular season, but I'm not worried about that.
So this outdoor watch party will really be the place to be if you are interested in seeing what's going on with the game tonight. And we're expecting this plaza here to get really busy as we get closer to game time.
Well, I'm not picking a favorite. I just hope a Canadian team wins this round. Georgie and Julia, thanks so much. Okay, joining us now to talk about some of the safety concerns around watch parties is Vancouver City Councillor Pete Fry. Councillor, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. Getting pretty excited over here in Vancouver. The puck's going to drop in about an hour and a half at the garage, and folks are pretty stoked.
Yeah, no, definitely. We just saw the scene outside of Rogers Arena, and definitely there are a lot of people who are excited. Now, they're all gathering because they're going to go in and actually see the game. The mayor earlier today expressed concerns in Vancouver about large-scale events being planned around the playoffs. Talk to me about the concerns that we have, that you have here in Vancouver when it comes to the upcoming Canucks viewing parties.
I mean, I would say we're going into this pretty optimistically. We have some great contingency plans with watch parties that are going to start on Sunday. Obviously, Vancouver did have a bit of a history in 2011 and in 1994 where fans kind of went a little extreme and rioted and caused a lot of damage. So we're already planning for how to avert that kind of scenario. And part of it is these watch parties that are spread throughout the city, community centers. We have on Sunday, we'll have a larger one, family friendly, about 2,000 people at Oak Meadows Park, which is quite far from downtown. We know that there's going to be lots of folks coming downtown, obviously to the stadium, Rogers Arena, but also to the bars and whatnot downtown Vancouver. And we have plenty of contingency planning to mitigate any of those kind of crowd control aspects. I think the big difference here is that back in 2011, we had a Jumbotron screen set up right downtown Vancouver, and we really didn't have the adequate crowd control in place. So we're anticipating that, and we're doing things a little differently this time around.
Pete, were you in the city in 2011 when that Game 7 went down?
Yeah, I was, yeah. 94 was a little bit more intense for me because I had a shop downtown, and remember guarding our shop and our neighbor's convenience store because we were afraid of having our places looted. 94, I was in my home in Chinatown, and we could see the smoke rising over the horizon from the downtown central business district, and the crowds of people swarming out of the core. It was upsetting for sure. And I think what we did see in the aftermath was a lot of Vancouverites really stepped up and pledged to sort of be more supportive of the city. And I think we recognize again that this a confluence of people from around the region, because the Canucks are BC's team. It's a West Coast thing, and so we're hoping that we'll see lots more watch parties throughout the coast, so across the Lower Mainland and all through British Columbia.
Why not tonight? Because we just talked to our Edmonton reporter, and they've got in Edmonton, and not to compare the two cities, but I mean, we're in a rivalry here. They have multiple screens, they've got a DJ, they've got it all cordoned off, and they're going to party, and they're not even playing in that city tonight. Why isn't there something like that in Vancouver tonight?
I mean, the elephant in the room obviously is the history that we've had, and we want to be sort of extra cautious. So we've had our team out there really planning and making sure we're getting this right. We've been working with the Vancouver Police Department. We've kind of deployed the appropriate resources to make sure everything's in place. So we're taking the time to do it right, and Sunday will be the official launch. And we've already made plans for round 3 where we're going to activate the PNE and room for 6,000 people at the Pacific National Exhibition, where we can have an even bigger celebration.
I know, when I heard the mayor use the words round 3, and I thought, on one hand, good planning. On the other hand, are you jinxing everybody?
Oh, no, not at all, no.
Oh, no. So your predictions for the Canucks this playoff, tell me.
Oh, absolutely. It's our hometown team. Of course we're rooting for the Canucks.
And how far do you think they'll go?
To the finish, of course.
To the finish.
We're bringing home the cup. We're bringing home the cup. That's the plan.
Vancouver City Councillor Pete Fry, thank you so much for the conversation tonight.
All right, go Canucks.